Physical fitness is something that is commonly measured by body fat percentages. While it is not the most accurate measure of good health, it can still crush what's left of your soul to the same degree as any other measurement method. Anyway, something that you should know is that body fat percentage is different for both sexes. Men typically have lower body fat, while women have higher body fat due to the big wagon that they are carrying. From my research, I could not find the world record for highest body fat. But I did find the highest body fat average, which is actually in the Cook Islands, which has a whopping 55.9% body fat. It's pretty ironic it's called the Cook Islands, I guess. To put this in perspective, anything over 25% is considered obese, meaning that the average body fat for Cook Islands is over double of what medical professionals would deem obese. While America is surprisingly lower on the list in 12th place with a staggering 36.2%, which if you do compare it to the other fattest countries in the world, it doesn't sound so bad. So we can all have a clean conscience when we devour a pizza the size of our stomach in an afternoon. I pledge allegiance to the pizza flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and pizza for all. Good times, good times. Now let's travel across the world to Iraq. With a 30.4 body fat, while still technically obese, they still beat out the other 22 fat countries, which makes me feel less good about devouring a pizza the size of my stomach. Which is sort of interesting to me because the majority of food that people eat in Iraq is either wheat, barley, rice, or dates, which on paper sounds fine. The only explanation I could come up with for this is that the dates have upwards of 16 grams of sugar if dried. This is almost half a can of soda for one single date, which is sort of crazy. So I guess they're just date junkies or something. Date. Need more date. Please, sir, spare a date. Any amount of dates will do. Hi. Not you. Not you. Okay. At a stunning 20% body fat comes Austria, which is our first country on this list not to be obese. Not to be confused with the upside down people of Australia with the hit show Normal Things on Netflix. Austria, on the other hand, is actually sort of beautiful. They also have a scary looking vulture on their flag, so that's pretty cool, I guess. The vultures are not very nutritious, so that's why they're so low on my list. Now we're getting into the big boys, or should I say the little boys, because they're so malnourished. Thailand with 10% body fat, which may sound good, however we need to remember to factor in height as well as weight, because while they may not have much fat on their body, it does not necessarily mean it's raw muscle either. At 10% body fat, abs for the vast majority of people will be clearly visible, which is seen as the peak of human potential, according to most people. According to Socrates, it is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his own body is capable, which is a rather beautiful sentiment. On the other end of the spectrum, Diogenes famously said, "I pissed on the man who called me a dog." Why was he so surprised? Two brilliant minds at work. Coming in at 2.1% is Vietnam, which, to help put in perspective, 2% is the lowest a man should ever go, and 10% for women. Anything under either of those limitations would either hospitalize you or kill you. So yeah, Vietnam must be filled with adrenaline junkies or something. They're really living on the edge. I think one of the main reasons Vietnam is so low on my list is due to the fact that 58.1% of caloric consumption is made up of grains. Imagine over half of your meals being rice. They eat so much rice they probably shit out raw paddy fields to make even more rice. It's self-sustaining now. It's unstoppable. With that comes the lowest ever recorded body fat percentage. which makes the people of Vietnam look chubby, coming in at 0.00031%, is Andreas Munzer. Munzer was on 20 different drugs after his passing. According to the autopsy, he was diagnosed with dystrophic multiple organ failure. Munzer dedicated his life to the art of bodybuilding and inspired many to follow in his footsteps. He himself was inspired by Arnold Schwarzenegger. In the end, Munzer died doing what he loved and accomplished what no other could before him.
Get out of my house, you freak.
Subscribe? Let me clarify, or if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Okay, bye.